So this is the reading for Libras in June. All right, Libra. So coming out of May, there's a quarreling with a soulmate. But you know what? You're gonna bounce back. You're gonna move on, then you're gonna bounce back. First they took a hit, but you're gonna bounce back. You're gonna come back so strong, baby. Ain't nobody gonna know what to do with you. Love in the month of June. You've had a quarrel with somebody who you consider a soulmate. Somebody who you really connected with, maybe body, mind, and soul. This can be same sex, it can be opposite sex, it can be whatever. Could be a water sign, or you guys just had a real strong emotional connection. It looks like somebody was juggling more than one person. So it appears that there was a quarrel, perhaps maybe after discovering that there was a third party in the picture, or perhaps discovering, whatever the case is, the third party caused major quarreling between you and the soulmate. Now, again, this is not for everybody. It just resonates with some. As a result of that, you decided to bounce back. First, you took a hit, but you're gonna bounce back. Libra is like, fuck this. I'm gone. I don't have to sit and deal with that, right? Libras is like, yeah, you're my soulmate, but I ain't stupid, okay? Because there's greater things ahead for me. So Libras packed their shit, got into their boat, and said, you know what? I'm gone, right? Now, I see the Ten of Swords reverse in the month of June, but it's reverse, right? Which means that there was some type of betrayal. Perhaps the betrayal was the person juggling the other person. And I see as a result of this betrayal, you decide to move the fuck on. Okay. You're either going to literally move out, move on with your friends, move on to better places. Libra is not going to be down for too long dealing with no dumbass shit. So it's not going to be, the easiest thing, baby, but see, the good news is that the swords are coming out of the back. Okay. And then a Libra is going to move on and look at what your final card is. Baby, you bounce back. You bounce back. You take that lion and you take that roar. You take that pain. You take that misfortune and you bounce back. Girl, let me tell you something. By the end of the month, you're probably not even going to remember this person. Or if you do, you're going to be so emotionally, you're going to be so mentally and emotionally away from that situation. It could be with a Leo, perhaps, or it could be any sign, really. I see that some of you are dealing with a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Some of you are dealing with an earth sign, could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Some of you could be dealing with a fellow air sign. Many of you are going to be dealing with the Leo. And guess what you do to that lion? You're like, you know what? Shut the hell up. I'm in control now. I am in a much better, beautiful place. I have found my strength. I have found my power. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I know what I deserve. And guess what? I bounce back. Hey, wake up every morning by the night I count stacks. I love strength in a woman. I love strength. So even though, Libra, you felt like this situation was soulmate energy. It's rare to have an energy like this. See, again, this was a soulmate energy. Look at how they're looking at each other. And look, they have a lot of things in common. They really see things eye to eye in a lot of ways. And this was somebody, like I said before, that you had maybe strong, good communication with, and you had a rapport. And although other signs like weak, wimpy, sappy Taurus may stay in an abusive relationship because they're just used to being abused, Libras are like, No, I don't think so. It's time for me to pack my shit and move to greater sales. And it looks like, look, Libra, you put your clothes on, you pack your shit, you put your hat on, and it's like, okay, you know what time does the plane leave? Because a bitch gotta go. Okay. And it looks like as a result of moving on, you move to calmer waters. You're happier. It seems like initially at first, look at the lady. Now, my cards are used because I work professionally as a reader at Seventh Sense Psychic. So I use my cards. Honey, they are used, baby. They've been broken in, honey. Ain't no new stuff going on up in this. But anyway, so look, babe. So you see how her head is down, but look, somebody is stirring her. So their friends, their support systems, and somebody else is helping you get through. So this might be a really good time for you to reach out to friends, get out of the house too. You see, she doesn't necessarily like, or he doesn't necessarily like that he has to move on, but whether we like it or not, we moving on. It's like, yeah, you got the wrong one. And, and the moving on throughout the month, I don't see that it's going to be a picnic, okay? It's not going to be easy, but, you're going to really take a look at yourself on a lot of different levels. There's 10 swords here. You might get some counseling. There's 10 different types of thinking coming into this situation. So you might get a counselor or two. You might even get a coach. Looks like you have friends who's different. It's like you're getting up off the ground, okay? You're coming off of the ground. So if it was this way, then you would just be all messed up. But see, you are getting off. There's 10 different types of way of thinking. Like, for instance, you might, again, seek a therapist. You might have friends who are real smart or real together. You might start growing spiritually. You may start going to church. There's a lot of different things that you're going to use to get to this inner place of strength. Now, this is a major arcana. This is a major card, which means that it's not a minor strength that you're going to come to. This is life-altering strength. You see, you look beautiful again. Even though right here on this trip, trying to leave that situation or get over the betrayal, you're all humped over and you're human. So of course you're going to be sad and you're sad and you're trying to understand what happened and who, what, when, why. But the water, I see peaceful times. A water sign may really affect you, but it looks like an air sign is what's really going to help you get through. This might be a counselor, a therapist, or whatever. Eventually, by the end of June, honey, you're not even going to remember his name. I mean, you may remember his name in theory. Something about Los Angeles for some of you. I see a palm tree. Some of you might be in Hawaii. Some of you may be in another country. But whatever the case is, the strength card usually represents determination and power in a manner. It represents you having the strength, the inner strength to gather whatever you need to honor who you truly are. And it's the power of the human spirit to overcome any obstacle, but not just like in a manner where it's cute. You overcome obstacles in a manner where it's like, didn't you just go through a breakup? And now you looking good. Your hair is done. You look pretty. Your nails are done. You ain't even tripping off that Leo or the earth sign or the water sign or the swords. What? Because you bounce back.